What is up, guys? It is HumbleZeus here playing some TDM on... Actually, no, not TDM. I'm sorry. It's kill confirmed. I've been playing a lot of TDM recently on Black Ops 2. And I've been so used to just saying, like, oh my god, we're going to play some TDM. And so now I'm just saying TDM all the time. Anyway, before this video starts out, I want to give a nice little shout out to a new follower of mine. Just met him. He's a really cool dude. We had a little talk before I started this recording. And I'm probably going to say his name wrong, and I'm going to feel so bad when I get a message probably later saying, you said it wrong. I'll be like, I'm so sorry, but I'm bad with names. No HD, and I'm like, I'm just going to leave like a link to his Twitter and be like, because I can't say names or anything. Snipers can go to hell. But yeah, your little shout out there, because he asked me for one, and I was like, you know, he was a nice enough dude to actually talk with me for a little bit. I've never actually had that before. Some people have messaged me saying thanks for the follow, but dude actually wanted to converse and engage. We got to know a little bit about each other, and I mean, I'm happy about that. I love the interaction with people, and I'm super happy. He's not actually much older or younger than me. I'm not gonna say his age, obviously, because I don't have his permission to say much about him, but he's an awesome dude, and if you have time and you like to scour around Twitter and you like gaming news and topics and stuff like that, then, you know, go check him out. He's a nice dude. I like him. Anyway, we're talking about some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare today, as we try to avoid getting our butt sniped and try to save our dude's tag. Never mind, we died anyway. Forget that. But I noticed a lot of people had a lot of, like, there's a lot of hate on Advanced Warfare already, and I felt kind of bad about that, because Advanced Warfare doesn't look like a bad game. It doesn't look like, it hasn't done much to deserve the hate that it's already gotten. I mean, it's barely been announced, really. We only just recently got some news at E3 about it. And there's already this huge catalog of people who are like, this game's gonna suck. And, you know, I mean, that's the thing with most games. There's always gonna be some group of people who are like, this game is going to blow. This game is not going to be worth anybody's time. It's not gonna be worth the $60. And, you know, maybe you're right. It's too early for me to say whether the game's gonna be good. I haven't even played it. I don't know many people who have played it, other than a very select few people. They all say it's good, but obviously, like I said, not everybody's review you can trust. I'm not saying not to trust them, I'm just saying that, you know, if you haven't been able to do something, I mean, not say take with a grain of salt, but just don't believe every single aspect about it. There's obviously going to be some things that people like or dislike. And one of those things I have to say is that the game looks, to me, fun. It looks like it'd be a fun game to play with friends. The weapons seem interesting. They seem to fit that futuristic setting. The 3D print gun that I heard about, that I love the idea of, I never even considered doing that, like just making a 3D printer gun. Like, I mean, that'd be so cool. I'd love the idea that just like put in the cartridge with all this, like this little piece of ink, and then all of a sudden you got like 30 bullets. I'm just like, okay then, let's do it. And I mean, some people don't like the idea, but some people prefer, they'd rather stick with their AK, AK maybe the ACR or something. They want to stick with weapons they know. And to that I have to say, if you're on my channel, you know that I firmly believe in diversity. I firmly believe in, you know, spreading out, trying things out. If you haven't tried them, like, at all, you know, make the effort, try it, like, once, and then you can say you hate it, because at least then you can say, well, I've at least tried it, and I know that I don't like it. But some people are just like, no, I don't like it, it's not the same. The weapons, I don't like my weapons too futuristic. Well, I'm like, you don't know what you like until you have it. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't like this food, and they try it, I'm like, why did I not like this food? And you don't know, but they try it, they like it, and I'm like, it's kind of the same thing with games. There are some games you're gonna love, some games you're gonna say you hate, and then find out later you love, and you just kind of have to give every weapon a chance. I shouldn't have picked up a sniper rifle. So I'm going to put that right here in case anyone tries to run out. I'm going to see if I can go find some dude, pick him off, and get another weapon. I wasn't going to... Ooh, honey badger. Thank you. Okay, then. So we got another honey badger. We also got our battle hind, which would be good for this map, because this map is super open, but then again, the battle hinds aren't even that good either. So... but yeah, I think the game has potential. I think there's a lot of things that people are just kind of blaming on Ghosts, like they don't want to touch it because of Ghosts. And I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion. I'm content with that. I believe that you are entitled to have an opinion. You are entitled to feel how you want to feel about any given thing, and that no one has the right to tell you how you should feel about anything. At the same time, I also feel like you should at least give things a chance before you condemn them to hell. Like, there are some people who are like, Call of Duty is evil, going to hell. Like, have you played it yet? Have you touched the game? Have you felt it? Have you gone through it? Because who knows, for somehow, through some way, this might become your favorite Call of Duty, but you don't know that because you're so already angry about it just being a Call of Duty game. And I don't think that's kind of fair. From what I've seen, the gameplay looked a bit interesting. I mean, we didn't see too much of it. They didn't reveal too much of anything, honestly. But what they did reveal, I enjoyed. I personally enjoyed seeing, I personally enjoyed watching, and I'm not the biggest Call of Duty fan. Like, I was really negative about Call of Duty Ghosts, and lo and behold, I was right about Call of Duty Ghosts. But I'm not somebody who's, like, going to praise Call of Duty up and down. I'm not a big COD person. I'm not a fanboy. If anything, I'm more of a Battlefield fanboy than a Call of Duty fanboy, so I'm more likely to hype that than anything. That'd just be unintentional. But Call of Duty, if I genuinely like the look of the game, I think it could be interesting. It has an interesting kind of theme, setting. Oh, I don't know about that, but the gameplay itself looks like it'd be a lot of fun. And I kind of am upset that people are already kind of condemning the game. But I mean, that's my own opinion. I really hope they go with the beta route. We give people access to it so we can actually play it hands-on. And if I'm wrong, then obviously I will come back, make a video saying I was dead wrong. Forget anything I said. Don't give any Call of Duty game a chance. No. I mean, give every game a chance. There are some that obviously like don't deserve one, like Ride to Hell Retribution, which is never going to get over its failure. But there are lots of games that deserve a chance that some people are going to overlook. It's kind of like the same thing with indie games. A lot of people like diss the PS4 because a lot of the games that they showed were indie games. And indie games are a really creative medium. There's a lot of flexibility with indie games because you're not under the budget of like a big developer. They're not saying you have to push this game out by this. You can work on a game for necessarily 3 years. There's no real deadline for you. You're an indie developer. You don't have a deadline. All you need is money. And if you have enough money to sufficiently wait 3 years to make your game, then you could make a Titanic super game because you're not under any restrictions. And a lot of indie games could be like that. A lot of indie games are more fun than a lot of AAA titles I've played. I've seen the Xbox titles, and I hate going back to this because people are always like, fanboy! But there aren't that many games. I've played indie games that have been more fun than what I've seen come out of the Xbox. I mean, I'm a bit like excited to see that Halo game because I like Halo. A little bit of Halo every once in a while is fun for me. But I love to see these games. But a lot of them, from what I've seen, I probably would have enjoyed an indie game, and indeed have enjoyed other indie games more than I've enjoyed some AAA titles. And that kind of made me upset that so many people were like, boo, PlayStation because of indie games. I'm like, no, you should be happy. I mean, to give indie games such like support that we can actually get things like PlanetSide, games that, I mean, PC players are probably just like, this is old news, my friend, old news. But to console players, I mean, this is a big step up. And it opens the doors to a lot of people, also opens the doors to developers, because you might find your favorite developer in the future would have been a small indie, I don't know, indie dude who made some kind of little sandbox game. And for all you know, you could be pushing them down by saying we don't really care about indie. By not supporting indie, you in theory are like not supporting the gaming industry because you have to have innovation for the gaming industry to continue, or else we'll all eventually just go back to saying that every game is boring like Call of Duty because there's no variety, there's nothing there for us. But with indie games, you have this chance for more kind of innovation, again, under no deadlines and no budgets. I mean, this is all just my personal feelings. Again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, their own feeling on anything, and I respect you for that. But I mean, give Call of Duty a chance at least. Give it some more time to show you. If they do the beta thing, maybe the beta will impress you and you'll be more likely to give it a chance. And the same thing for indie. Make sure you don't just brush off indie because the title's indie and it's not AAA, or you don't see DICE's name or EA on it or Activision on it. Because that doesn't necessarily make them a bad game. It just means they're smaller, but they can provide just as much entertainment. So I hope you guys had an awesome video. Again, just have a nice day. It's raining right now, so I'm a bit annoyed, and I had finals today. My first set of finals, yay! Almost had the worst day possible, believe me. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Follow me on Twitter. Go check out that dude, my friend. Go check him out if you have time, if you want to. I'm not going to force you, but I'd like it. And I'm sure he would like it too. And I'll see you guys later. I'm not fighting a clan. Have a nice day. Zeus out.